ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਜਹ ਤੋ ਕੋ ਦਿਓ, ਤਾਂ ਸਿਓ ਨੇਹੁ ਨ ਕੀਨ। ਕਹੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਰ ਬਾਬਰੇ, ਅਬ ਕਿਉ ਡੋਲਤ ਦੀਨ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸੰਪੈ ਸੁਖ ਦਿਓ, ਅਰ ਜਹਨੀ ਕੇ ਧਾਮ। ਕਹੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨ ਰੇ ਮਨਾ, ਸਿਮਰਤ ਕਾਹੇ ਨ ਰਾਮ। ਕਹੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨ ਰੇ ਮਨਾ, ਸਿਮਰਤ ਕਾਹੇ ਨ ਰਾਮ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। In these beautiful slok, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah Ji start off saying, Tan Tan Jehe To Ko Diyo Tan Syo Nehu Na Keen. So the two words that we first hear are very similar to each other. But the first word starts with a tatta, and then the second word starts with a tadda. And what are the difference in the translation and the meaning of these two words? Tan is translated to body. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah Ji is saying Tan Tan, and then they use the word Tan with a tadda. Tan here in this context is translated to wealth. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is saying Tan Tan Jehe To Ko Diyo, that one that has given you your body and that one that has given you your wealth as well. Tan Tan Jehe To Ko Diyo. To Ko Diyo means to you, has given to you. Tan Syo Nehu Na Keen. But that one that has given you your body, such a precious thing, that one that has given you all your wealth to sustain this body as well. The word Nehu is translated to love. Tan Syo Nehu Na Keen, but you haven't shared and expressed your love with that one. You haven't made connection. You haven't had that realization that all of these things have actually come from that one. So when we look at the word love here, the word love here is talking about appreciating. It's talking about realizing कि ये चीज़ां असल विच आईयां कित्थों ने, इस शरीर, where has this body come from, where has these things come from? So Sangat Ji, if we just look at this sharir, if we just look at this body in itself, nobody has got the power to create this body other than that one, other than the Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji. And that's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, very early on in Gurbani and Guru Granth Sahib Ji Paatshah Ji's Bani, we actually see Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji saying that Hukmi Hovan Akar, only with God's will, only with God's command. What came Akar, this form came. And this body is a part of the form, part of the creation that we see around us. And this body only can come into being with the command of Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji from the Creator himself. We get so caught up in what we haven't got. We get so tied up in focusing on those things that we think we need, but we forget about this precious, beautiful gift of having this body that we've got and we've received. Paatshah Ji say to us in Bani, Har mandar eho sarir hai, gyan ratan pargat hoye. They said this body is like a shrine. This body is like that house, that mansion that houses God. And saying that Har mandar eho sarir hai. This body itself is the Hari Mandar. Hari means God. Mandar means that place of worship. Gyan Ratan Pargat Hoye. And within this body we have the ability to actually receive Gyan, to actually receive true realization of everything, where the other dunya, where the other life forms haven't got that opportunity. So then Tan Tan, and then wealth as well. Many times we get caught up in that it's my efforts, it's because of me. Well, this food that we see on this table, this money, I've earned this money. Not forgetting, Sangat Ji, that Akal Purkh Waheguru Ji, He is the one that is even put that strength in our body to go out and earn that money. He's the one that has given us the intellect to be able to carry out whatever work it may be for us to actually earn that money. It's only because the Creator has put this in our body and given us these abilities and has created such a thing called intellect for us to be able to carry out and do something. We could have no drive to do anything, but it's that one that has given us that inner ability to have that drive to even get up and go somewhere and do something, to have that inner desire to even wake up, to get out of bed, to go, to even to make it to work. So what happens is we end up instead having love and neho for these things. We end up falling in love instead, Sangat Ji, with only this physical body. I get caught up in the pride of this body and I forget that, as Gurbani says to us, that Daat Pyari Visriya Datara. Pataji saying that Daat Pyari, the gift actually becomes precious and beloved to us. The gift being this body, the gift being the wealth that I've got. And then what happens is Daat Pyari Visriya Datara. But what happens is I actually forget the Datara, I forget the giver of gift. In Gurbani, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji's Bani, a Bani called Kuchajji, which is in Suhi Rag, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji say to us, they say that Soina, Rupa, Rangala, Moti Teh Manik Jiyo, Se Vastu Shahiditiyan, Main Tin Seo Laya Chit Jiyo. Chit means I've focused all my complete attention on those things like what? Soina. What I get. Soina means gold. What I get from that wealth. I've completely focused on those things, are so entangled in those. And then what happens? I have pride in those things. I think I'm greater and bigger than somebody else when I adorn these things like gold upon myself. When I have that sitting there, that wealth, that value I know in the back of my head, well, and then I start to look down at others as well. Soina Rupa, Rupa means silver. Soina Rupa Rangula. Rangula here can be translated to those things that I take pleasure from. Soina Rupa Rangala Moti. Moti means pearls. Moti Ta Manik. Manik can be translated to rubies. So it's talking about all these precious things. And what happens is I'm there attached to them. But what happens? When is it that I start to experience dukh and suffering in my life? It's when I forget that I think these are mine, but where have they come from? So this Katha, translating this Bani, Sangat Ji, is about opening our mind and expanding our mind and starting to connect to the core and making our birthi and making our actual mind more and more fine to connect with that one, Sangat Ji. So gold, silver, all of these things, all these precious things like rubies, these precious stones, these gems, where have they come from? They've come from that one that has created the Tarti, the one that has created the earth. Soina Rupa Rangala Moti Te Manik Jiyo, Se Vastu, these things, Vastu, Se Vastu, Shahiditiyan. It's that creator that's given all of these things, Shahiditiyan. Main Tin Seo Laya Chit Jiyo, but I've only can see them and I'm not seeing the one that has created the opportunity for them to even exist and be. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Pacha Ji, this is what they're saying to us. They're saying that Tan Tan Jehto Ko Diyo Tansio Nehu Nakeen, but you've not found that affection and appreciation and love for where they have come from. Daat Pyari Visriya Datara, and I've forgotten the Datara, but when I forget the giver, what ends up happening? That is when I end up suffering. So, Patsha Ji saying, Sachi Preet, Ham tum sio jodi, tum sio jor, avar sang todi. But what happens? Patsha Ji saying, this is the formula, this is what you need, is when I have that true love for that one where everything has come from. Sachi Preet Ham tum sio jodi, tum sio jor, avar sang todi, and I break away from these things. It doesn't mean it's wrong to have these things. What it actually means is I'm not attached to these things anymore, and I automatically break from them. How? When I connect to you. Detachment comes only from attachment. I need to attach to the truth first, and I will detach from then something that is false. The moment that I realize that these things up until today hasn't brought me true happiness and that they are impermanent, and I want to connect to something permanent, when I start connecting to that one and I start vibrating in his name, that's when I will start to detach from these things that are impermanent. In second pankti of the seventh slok, then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paat say, Kaho Nanak, nar bavre ab kyo dolat deen. Here again, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paat uses this word bavre. Bavre mean Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paat is saying to us, oh, you crazy person. Nar means mankind, human being. Oh, human being, Paatshah Ji saying, Kaho Nanak nar bavre, ab kyun? Why now? Ab means now, ab kyun? Kyun here means why now? Kehte ab kyo dolat deen? Dolat means to waver. Dolat here can mean to run around. Like a headless chicken, somebody just running around. Paat is saying, Ab kyun? Now why? Dolat deen. Deen means now you've become all helpless. Meaning that now you're panicking. That now it's that time has come. You're starting to realize you've gotten older, and then you think, what have I done? I've attached myself to the wrong things, because you realize these things actually aren't going to go with me. I'm going to leave everything behind. And then you go into this panic and you're running around and you're trying to find peace. But that peace isn't going to come from these things. It's when we reach that state of deenata, when we reach that state of becoming helpless, that's when He will take over and help us. That's when we stop looking to these things to give us a place in society, to give us a status. And that when we think that I need these things like wealth and everything else, when I've got my hopes set in them, then I'm not going to find true peace. But that moment I become deen, I become helpless, when I feel that I've lost and I'm this poor meek being, and that's when Akal Purkh Ji will take over. And that's when the magic will start to happen. That's when I will start digging deeper to find the truth. Then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paat say, they say, Tan Tan Sampai Sukh Diyo Arjah Nike Tam. So we've already translated Tan being body. We've already translated Tan being wealth. Tan Tan Sampai Sukh Diyo. Sukh Diyo. Sukh here, even though Sukh is normally translated to peace, we'll translate Sukh here to comfort, to the comforts of life that we have. Sampai means the possessions that we hold in this life. So we've now got many gadgets, and we've got now so many things to make life easier, and so many comforts today. Sampai, we've got so many possessions and things that we own to make our life that much easier. But think about it, Sangat Ji. Has it actually given us peace of mind? Look, there was that time when families would sit together in a circle. They may not have even had furniture if we go back even 50, 60 years ago. When somebody would sit down together as a family, that warm feeling, they may not have had a lot. They may not have had all of these gadgets and these comforts, but there was that connection between people. There wasn't that one person was there sitting on their phone and clicking away, but instead there was that connection with each other, with human beings that would sit together and eat. But all these things are being lost today. But we've got so much Sampai Sukh Diyo, all these possessions, and that we're getting comfort from. Then Paat is saying, Arjah Nike Tam. And Nike means beautiful. Arjah Nike Tam. Tam means that place that we dwell in, that place that we live, mansions or houses. We may have beautiful mansions and houses today, but the one that has given us all of these things. Kahan lage, kehne kaho Nanak, sun re mana, simrat kahe na Ram. Kehne, why don't you simrat? Simrat means, why don't you live in remembrance? Simrat kahe na Ram, of that Ram that has given you all of these things, that has given you this breath, that has given you whatever that we have. I remember, if we're not in remembrance of that one that has given us these things, then that means we're in remembrance of something else. All I've done is I've done chintan, I've thought and focused on this body, and that's become my simran, that's become what I remember all the time. I don't want this body to go, I don't want this body to leave. I'm so attached to this body, I'm afraid, I've got fear, I don't want anything to happen to it. I don't want to depart from this house. Look how much time I've spent. Sometimes what'll happen, they'll spend their whole life trying to make their house beautiful. They do it, they make it. They've spent their whole life focusing on the way they want their house perfect. They make it perfect. And what happens? They get diagnosed with some sort of disease. They find out they've only got so long to live. But now it's too late because they've conditioned their mind. Their mind is focused in that. Now they don't want to leave that house. Sangat let's remember the words of our Bhagats. They sing, Aisi chinta mehje mare. In what chinta? In what chinta here doesn't mean worry. It means here chintan. It means that what I am meditating on, what I am focused on. And they antakal jo mandar simre. When our simran, when our remembrance is my house, then what's going to happen? ऐसी चिंता में जे मरे प्रेत जोन वल वल अवतरे. Pachi saying प्रेत जोन. Then we take form of a ghost. Ghost meaning when we've only then got that inner body that houses all our karam, all that we have done through our past lives. But we've got no physical body, we've got no eyes, ears to then actually make that connection with this world, with this life, but we're still there. That's what that life form is. Imagine having awareness of being here in this world, but actually having no senses to be able to interact with this world. So it's like you're here, but you're not here. You want to be a part of something, you want to enjoy it, but you can't because you now haven't got the sense of touch to be able to touch, to enjoy. You haven't got the sense of sight to be able to, but you're in limbo now. Pret jon val val autare. So it means if we're not in remembrance of the giver and God, and appreciation and living in gratitude, that means then we're in remembrance of these physical things and then these things like this body. And then Sangat Ji, these are the type of life forms we will end up taking. So Sadhguru Ji Pacha Ji is saying to us, Tan tan sampai sukh diyo. He's the one that's provided you with these comforts. Everything's come from him. Sukh diyo arjeh nike taham. These beautiful houses. Again, from that same Bani that we looked at before, from Kuchajji Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji says, they say, Mandar mitti sandade, patthar kite rashtiyo, ho eni toli pulliyas, tis kantana baithi pastyo. They say, Mandar mitti sandade. These mandar, these houses, made out of what? Mandar mitti, made out of sand, made out of mud. Mandar mitti sandade. Sandade means with. They've made out of sand. Mandar mitti sandade patthar kite rasjiyo. What have I done? What have I made into my capital? What have I made into my wealth? Patthar, stones. These houses that are made out of stone today, mostly we see breeze blocks, we see bricks. Before it was big blocks, it was big stones. Mandar mitti sandade patthar kite, I've made them into my ras, into my capital. That's what my investment is. That's what I think my investment is. How any toli pulliyas, but in these things, in these possessions, toli here possessions, how any toli pulliyas, I've gotten lost in it. I've lost my way in it. This kantana beti past you and I've not sat next to my husband. Imagine that. I'm saying that I love my husband, I do everything for my husband, but I don't even take time out, I don't even sit with my husband. What's the point? There's no relationship there. I've gotten married, I say that everything I do is for my husband, I don't even sit next to him. Spend no time with him, got no relationship with him. Why? Because all I'm worried about is all of these things that he's given me. But what is it that we want to make into our ras? Sache Pacha Ji saying, Har kirat hamari reh ras. Pacha Ji saying, make the praise of God into your kirat, make the praise of God into your capital. That is what is going to be of worth to you in this life and in the life after. Sangat Ji, when we praising that one constantly, what are we doing? We're forgetting me. Pachaji say to us, how, man, vicho khove, duja mete, eko hove. What happens when I get rid of this I, man? That is what is causing the problems, and that is what is causing all the suffering. Sangat ji, the more I get entangled in I don't want to lose that, and just in the fear of losing that, I'm in pain. When I do lose that, then I think I can't live anymore, I can't survive it anymore. But once that is gone, Sache Paatshah Singh Har Kirat Hamri Reh Ras, His praise will take me away from this home, from this ego, from this pride. And then Sangat ji, Hamri Reh Ras. Reh means stay, Ras means capital, but the praise of God is that capital that will remain with me even when this body doesn't remain with me. This body can go, but that wealth will go with me. So Sangat ji, Satguru ji, Sache Paatshah ji, in these two salok are reminding us, what are we doing Simran of? What are we in constant remembrance of? And remember, there's a stage. Remember, we spoke about Japa, Paj, and now we're talking about Simrat. Paatshah ji talks about Chet, to remember. So over here, remembrance is not reciting. Remembrance is not repeating. Simran is a state of mind. It's an avastha when we're in constant remembrance of something. Just like, as we know, when they form a new relationship, somebody just gets married, somebody's formed a new relationship, they get to know someone, they're in so much awe of that person, they're in constant remembrance of that person. No matter what they look at, they think of that person. So Sangat ji, in that way, Simran is when something is instilled in us. We're not making an effort. When we're reciting, when we're japping, we're trying to get to Simran. We're trying to get to that point where effortlessly I'm in constant remembrance of that one, in appreciation, in gratitude, in love. And so Paatshah say, Kaho Nanak sun re mana, oh listen my mind, Simrat kahe na Ram, why don't you remember him? Only in the remembrance of that one can we actually be sukhi, can we actually experience true peace of mind, living in appreciation. Sometimes Paatshah ji's given us these precious things like this body, but we're so caught up in thinking of what he hasn't given us. But remember, Paatshah saying, Ramaiya ke gun chet prani, O prani, O mortal, O being with breath inside of your body. Ramaiya ke gun, Ramaiya is here, that one that is immersed in everything, a name for God. Ramaiya ke gun, remember what God has done for you. What has God done for us? Ramaiya ke gun chet prani, kavan mool. Think about your mool, think about your origin, how you started. You started from just being this little dot inside of your mother's womb. Think about what you was, the process that you went through. You came from that beej, from that rakat, from your mother and father. And look how that grew through the sustenance, through the hukam, the law that Akal Purkh has made, through what the mother is eating, to be able to then allow your body to grow inside even the womb. Kande kavan mool, te kavan dristani. Kande now look at you the way you look now. Appreciate that one that has created this system for you to grow and be like this. And always remember, not living in appreciation. Remember who is in control. That das bastu le pache pave. He's given us 10 things and we forget about them. Das bastu le pache pave. Ek bast karn bikhot gawave. We lose our faith in that one just because there's one more thing we wanted on top of everything we've already got. Ek pina de das pi hille. To muda kaho kaha kare. That, remember who's in control. Ek pina de. Just over that one, because we then start to live in so much that unappreciative state of mind, and then we'll make so many things go wrong in our life. Remember, even health conditions will then our health will start to deteriorate. What happened? Ek pina de das pi hirle. And then with these natural divine laws, then remember 10 things can be taken away from us as well. So remember, ek pina de das pi hirle, he's got the power to take 10 away. When we live in that constantly moaning, not appreciating life, always down, imagine how much more will be taken away from us then. And then ek pina de das pi hirle, to muda, then muda. What will that fool do then? To muda kaho kaha kare, say now, what will he do now? Hun ki kar luga. So Sangat ji, let us live in appreciation. Tan tan jeh to ko diyo, ta se ne hun akin. Kaho Nanak, nar bavre, ab ko dolat deen. Let us not get to that stage where we start then wavering and shaking in fear to think that, well, now what? Now I've got so many other things fixed in my mind. So let's do Ardas, Sache Paatshah Ji, that now guide us further, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, in the next sloks, how it is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah Ji to live in that remembrance and what it will do for us. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru